Hi everyone, this is your second video, second flow in the Empower Your Standing Balance series. And you'll notice that there's more poses, there's more work, and I'm kind of building on the sequence. So you have lots of choices. You can do the entire flow. You can keep a certain pose that feels too much for now out of the flow, and when you feel stronger, add that pose. Or you can do a lot. You can do some vinyasas, do the first flow, do some more vinyasas, some more poses, and then do the second flow in its entirety. Okay, let's start. So the first pose in this series is Alanasana, crescent lunge, and we're going to do it 3 times. So I'll give you variations and modifications. Inhale, deep breath, and then reach the arms up, taking your right leg back. And we're going to keep the back knee bent on this one. The arms are open, but the shoulder blades and the scapula drop, easing into towards the hips. Take one more breath. Each pose is about 3 breaths. And come back to Tadasana, back to your mountain pose. Second time, inhale, reach the arms up. This time I'm going to try to straighten the back leg, but still keep the knee just slightly soft. Arms still open. And back to mountain. Third and the last time, this time arms go up, interlacing the fingers, index finger pointing, upper arms pull back towards the head and the ear. I'm going to ease the pelvis down lower, going deeper into the pose, extending the back leg as straight as I can. Exhaling, warrior 2. So just transitioning, opening the pelvis, easing the pelvis down, left knee on the ankle. One more breath, extending into the arms. And then returning to crescent lunge and back to mountain. Let's try that on the other side. 3 times. Inhale, back knee bent for this one, front knee on the ankle. One more breath, and return to Tadasana. Second one. Knee trying to straighten, the back knee, but still slightly soft. Try not to hunch the shoulders. Keep an ease in your upper back. And return. Now the last time, this time, take the arms up, index finger pointing, lengthening and pulling the arms back, easing and melting the pelvis lower, extending into the left heel. Deeper work in your right thigh. Legs just trying to stretch as far away from each other as they can, and open to warrior 2. Looking just along your right hand. You can ease deeper into the pose if you like. Come back to your crescent lunge, and come back to mountain. We're going to add another pose to that sequence. Back to crescent lunge, 3 breaths. Work here as deeply as you like. Open to warrior 2, letting the pelvis ease down, letting the spine rise up into the crown, and letting the chest be expansive into your arms. Back to crescent lunge, and then using the strength of your legs and your core, hands come in prayer to the heart, right knee rises up into the chest. Belly button tucked in, lower back stays lifted. Use the quadricep muscle, squeezing into the bone and lifting that knee up. Draw the spine up towards the crown. And standing leg lifting from your kneecap up. Release to mountain. Let's try that on the other side. Crescent lunge. Warrior 2. Your drishti, your point of focus, just along the right hand. Back to crescent lunge, Alanasana. And then from the strength of the legs, pushing into the floor, rising into the left knee. The right quadricep starts to draw up to the pelvis. The belly stays tucked in, spine stays lifting. Shoulders stay relaxed. And mountain. And we're going to add another one to that sequence, to that flow. Back to Alanasana, 3 breaths. Warrior two. Crescent lunge. Take your time transitioning. And knee lift. And a forward Alanasana. Land onto the front leg, keep the back leg bent, or straighten it out. Stretching out of the inner thigh, inner hip. Extending and lengthening the legs away from each other. And this time, back to mountain, pushing into the legs. Let's try that on the other side. And crescent lunge. Warrior two. Just feel free to adjust your stance in every pose, depending on what you can do comfortably and what feels right for you. Back to crescent lunge. Push into the floor, use your in-breath, and rise up into the chest with the left knee. Try to get the right leg as straight as you can, planting that foot as you lift upwards into the pelvis, and Alanasana in the front. Nice deep lunge, or an easier pose with the back knee bent. And then again, pushing into your legs to come back to mountain. And then you can do that entire flow, which is your entire sequence, one more time, and then go on to the rest of your practice. Enjoy.